Everyone, welcome to Manika IAS. So we are meeting again for our discussion, and I hope you are doing well with your preparation. Your spirits are high, and you are preparing with the full focus. Okay, so with very few days remaining in the exam, we started a series to cover 50 questions from every subject in order to target the most important topics for the UPSC preliminary exam 2025, which is going to be held on 25th of May. Okay, so in this series we have covered 20 questions for polity. So in this particular video we'll be covering question number 21 to 30, and if I फिगर आउट, क्योंकि पिछले की जो लास्ट वीडियोस गई हैं वो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 1 आवर ईच गई हैं, इफ़ आई फिगर आउट कि ये वीडियो भी लंबा जा रहा है थोड़ा सा, सो विल स्प्लिट इट इनटू 5 क्वेश्चन ईच वीडियो, विल पुट इन 2 पार्ट फॉर योर इजी कवर ऑफ syllabus. Okay, so that and you don't find it boring. So let's begin with the very first topic in the series, which is your interstate council. See, when it come to polity ना, कुछ sections ऐसे हैं जो बहुत important है for your preliminary examination. Okay, and I'll just name them. One is your fundamental rights, then your DPSPs and fundamental duties, section A. Second is your parliament, state government, council of minister, cabinet, president, vice president. ठीक है. The third section is emergency provisions, center state relations, that means federalism. ठीक है. And then your panchayati raj institutions and municipal parties, that means 3 tier of government. ठीक है. ये जो टॉपिक्स हैं ये प्राइमरीली बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, तो अगर आप और कुछ कवर नहीं भी कर रहे हो इसको कवर करो अलॉन्ग विथ प्रियम्बल, that comes under this section. Okay, in sections ko if you are covering, large chunk of questions will be covered, and here you should also add Supreme Court and High Court. Okay, so this is the broad sections for preliminary examination which are very important, जहाँ से ज़्यादा questions आते हैं. और आजकल concepts of constitution से questions भी आ रहे हैं, like the questions regarding due process of law, equality before law. ज़्यादा फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चंस इतने नहीं आ रहे जितना आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बेस्ड, और बहुत डीप फैक्ट्स नहीं पूछे जाते. एक जनरल जो एक फैक्ट्स होते हैं जो आपको पता होना चाहिए, बहुत जनरल फैक्ट्स आर बीइंग आस्क्ड, plus your understanding of the concepts. These are the 2 area of focus that UPSC has been focusing on when it comes to question from polity, and it's a very easy area to target. जितने भी आपके कमीशंस वगैरह हैं उसमें से हार्डली 1 या 2 क्वेश्चन आते हैं बहुत मुश्किल से. ठीक है, और वो भी उनमें से जो रिसेंटली न्यूज़ में है, कोई नई बनाई गई है, किसी का कुछ स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस किए गए हैं, कोई कंट्रोवर्सी में थी, उन इंस्टीट्यूशन से आते हैं जितनी भी कमिटीज़ वगैरह. अदर देन दैट नहीं आते. तो दैट इज़ वाई वी आर ट्राइंग टू कवर कि करंट अफेयर में कौन कौन सी रिसेंटली थे और उसके रिगार्डिंग करंट एज वेल एज स्टैटिक पोर्शन ऑफ पॉलिटी क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है जहाँ से क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं. Okay, this is what we are trying to cover in this. So another important topic here is your interstate council. It is again a very important topic for UPSC. Now let's look into the question first. The interstate council was established based on the recommendation of Rajamjar committee, Sarkaria commission, पुंछी कमीशन, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिफॉर्म कमीशन. तो ये क्वेश्चन पहले पूछा भी गया है ऑलरेडी. सो द करेक्ट आंसर हियर इज Sarkaria Commission. Okay. Answer B. Which article empower the president to create ISC, that is Interstate Council? Article 263. The ISC standing committee is chaired by Prime Minister, Union Home Minister, Finance Minister and Vice President. Chair कौन करता है? Union Home Minister. See, why Home Minister? Because and why not prime minister or anybody else, but home minister isliye because home minister is the one person who is responsible for bringing in center and state together. That is why when it comes to states, coordination of states, इट इज़ दी होम मिनिस्टर. तो जब भी अगर आपने हिस्ट्री भी पढ़ी है, जब पोस्ट अपना इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद जब इंडिया को इंडिया बनाया गया बाय ब्रिंगिंग इन ऑल द स्टेट्स अंडर द नेम इंडिया, अंडर द फ्लैग ऑफ इंडिया, जब सबको लाने की बात आई थी, तो इट वाज योर देन होम मिनिस्टर Sardar Patel who did the required job. Okay, that is why whenever it is the who is heading the interstate council, कौन relations को कौन states को handle करेगा, head में it will always be home minister. Okay, which of the following is not a function of ISC? Resolving interstate water dispute, enforcing laws on state, recommending GST reforms, discussing disaster management. Enforcement is not the role. Recommending discussion and resolving water dispute is the job. Okay, so enforcement of laws is not the job of ISC. Now let's discuss the basic constitutional basis. Article 263 empower करता है president को to establish ISC for the purpose of interstate disputes के लिए, discuss common union state interest, recommend policy coordination. 1990 में हुई थी सरकारिया कमीशन की recommendations की. हम कॉम्पोजिशन की बात करें तो कॉम्पोजिशन है चेयरमैन इज़ प्राइम मिनिस्टर. ओके, सी लेट मी क्लैरिफाई, जो हमने क्वेश्चंस के अंदर डिस्कस किया है दैट इज स्टैंडिंग कमेटी ऑफ ISC. इट इज़ बाय होम मिनिस्टर, but when it comes to chairman of ISC, it is your prime minister. Okay, member all chief minister of states with legislature, administrator of UT without legislatures, 9 union minister including home minister, permanent invitees are 13 union ministers. Function advisory role. एडवाइजरी सिंपल मीन्स कि ये एडवाइस कर सकते हैं, बट जो भी इनका रिकमेंडेशन है इट इज़ नॉट बाइंडिंग. इट इज़ नॉट बाइंडिंग. इट्स नॉट दैट कि अगर बोल दिया है तो फॉलो करना ही है. इट्स फंक्शन इज़ रिकमेंडरी इन नेचर. ओके, एडवाइजरी रोल, रिजॉल्व डिस्प्यूट्स एंड रिकमेंड कोऑर्डिनेशन प्लेटफॉर्म, GST, disaster management, federalism. Standing committee chaired by union home minister, includes 5 union minister and 9 CM, prepare agenda for ISC meeting is their job. Okay, significance, it's a federal bridge and it's a permanent mechanism for cooperative federalism. ये आपके जो statements है ना, ये analytical questions में काम आ सकते हैं या फिर आपकी आंसर राइटिंग में. सो यहाँ पे हमारा फोकस आंसर राइटिंग तो नहीं है, एनालिटिकल क्वेश्चंस है, तो इसीलिए इंटरस्टेट काउंसिल. देन कम योर सेकेंड टॉपिक विच इज़ योर नेशनल कंपनी लॉ ट्राइब्यूनल. ओके, नेशनल कंपनी लॉ ट्राइब्यूनल वॉज established based on the recommendation of Insolvency Law Committee, Bal Krishna Iradi Committee, Vinod Rai Panel and Shri Krishna Committee. Okay, ISC को किया था सरकारिया कमीशन ने और वो बनी थी 1990 में. नेशनल लॉ कंपनी ट्राइब्यूनल को किया था बालकृष्णा इरादी कमेटी ने. ठीक है. Which court designate NCLT as adjudicating authority for corporate insolvency? It is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Court 2016. The Supreme Court recently expressed concern about NCLT's excessive use of CPC procedures, member shortage, infrastructure gap, overreach into state matters, conflict with SEBI. The correct answer here is member shortage and infrastructure gap. Okay. Appeals against NCLT orders lie first to High Court, NCALT, Supreme Court, Company Law Board. The correct answer is NCALT, National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. Okay. तो NCLT अगर कुछ भी ऑर्डर देती है तो फर्स्ट अपील लाइज टू NCLAT, नेशनल कंपनी लॉ Appellate Tribunal. Okay. Now let's dive into the basics. अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं व्हाट इज़ इट। सी जो भी क्वेश्चंस हैं, अभी हमने ये चारों सिंगल सिंगल क्वेश्चंस रखे हैं, वन स्टेटमेंट, बट इन एग्जाम द चांसेस आर अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस क्वेश्चन यू आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू गेट अ मल्टीपल स्टेटमेंट क्वेश्चन। सो कई बार क्या होता है, मल्टीपल स्टेटमेंट में भी टेंड टू ओवरसी ऑल द स्टेटमेंट्स। ओके, तो हम एक आधी देखते हैं जो हमारी सही अंडरस्टैंडिंग की, हम वी टेंड टू ओवरसी all the statements. So what we'll do is, that's why what we have done here is to put the different statements in different questions so that you can focus on each and every statement separately, and when it comes together in an answer you can focus and you can get the correct answer. Okay, एस्टैब्लिशमेंट एंड पर्पस देखो, फॉर्म हुई थी 2016 के अंदर, कंपनीज एक्ट के 2013 के अंडर। सो द ओवर आर्चिंग एक्ट इज कंपनी एक्ट 2013। इंसॉल्वेंसी बैंक्रप्सी कोड था, ठीक है। इट रिप्लेस्ड कंपनी लॉ बोर्ड एंड बोर्ड फॉर इंडस्ट्रियल फाइनेंशियल रिस्ट्रक्शन। रोल क्या है, एडजुडिकेट कॉर्पोरेट डिस्प्यूट्स, एक्ट्स एट adjudicating authority for insolvency cases. Committee, see, before this code या बिफोर दिस इंसॉल्वेंसी प्रोसीजर्स जो भी शुरू हुआ, उससे पहले इंसॉल्वेंसी बहुत ज़्यादा थी। दिस द इंटायर कोड, द प्रोसीजर, द लॉ, द ट्राइब्यूनल, एवरीथिंग जो भी है ना, इट हैज़ बीन वेरी सक्सेसफुल मूव बाय द करंट गवर्नमेंट इन रिड्यूसिंग द इंसॉल्वेंसी केसेस। इससे पहले हमने बहुत सारे ऐसे केसेस सुने हैं कि बैंक का घपला करके चले गए इतने इतने करोड़ का। नाउ दोज केसेस हैव रिड्यूस्ड इमेंसली, और इसकी जो डिटेल्स हैं, द प्रोविजंस ऑफ द एक्ट्स एंड द ट्राइब्यूनल एट्सेट्रा, एवरीथिंग दैट यू विल बी रीडिंग मोर इन इकोनॉमिक्स एंड नॉट इन पॉलिटी। ओके, बिकॉज इट इज़ लार्जली अ टॉपिक ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स। तो जितना भी इंसॉल्वेंसी के बारे में है आपने पढ़ाई होगा सो फार, बिकॉज इफ़ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर 25th मे एग्जामिनेशन, तो अभी तक तो आपका ये बेसिक कवर हो गया होगा। दिस मस्ट हैव बिन कवर्ड इन योर इकोनॉमिक पोर्शन। ओके, सो डिटेल्स इसकी वहाँ पे आएंगी। यहाँ पे हम फोकस सिर्फ ट्राइब्यूनल के ऊपर कर रहे हैं, नॉट ऑन द केसेस, बट इट हैज़ बीन अ वेरी इफेक्टिव एक्सरसाइज विच दिस गवर्नमेंट हैज़ ब्रिंग इन। कमेटी बेस्ड ऑन बालकृष्ण इरादी कमेटी रिकमेंडेशन। स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, बेंचेस हैं ट्राइब्यूनल के। प्रिंसिपल बेंच दिल्ली में है और 15 रीजनल बेंच है, ठीक है। इसका जो प्रिंसिपल बेंच है वो कहाँ पे है, दिल्ली में, और रीजनल इन डिफरेंट स्टेट्स 15 मेंबर्स। जुडिशियल मेंबर रिटायर्ड हाई कोर्ट जज, प्रेसिडेंट, टेक्निकल मेंबर इंडियन कॉर्पोरेट लॉ सर्विस ऑफिसर। सुप्रीम कोर्ट concern raised the concern in 2024 was of shortage of member, because there is a backlog of case in the again these tribunal as well, and inadequate infrastructure powers. And this is not unique to the tribunal, this is unique to any sort of adjudicating offices which are available, be it high court, be it supreme court, be it district court। बहुत ज़्यादा backlog of cases as well as lack of infrastructure and availability of manforce। वो बहुत simple because of the large population and delay process, the lengthy process of justice in India, because here you can go to each and every stage। ट्राइब्यूनल्स का पर्पज़ ही यही था दैट यू कैन एस्केप सम ऑफ द लेवल्स ऑफ योर जुडिशरी एंड देन गेट ईजिली जस्टिस। बट इसके बाद दे वर अलाउड टू डू एपिलेट, आप इसकी रिव्यू पिटिशंस फाइल कर सकते हो, तो अगेन एडिशनल आर्म है जस्टिस सिस्टम में। बट अगेन इट विल ऑल्सो केटरिंग टू बैकलॉग। दिस इज़ अगेन अ डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ ट्राइब्यूनल। लाइक जिस पर्पज़ के लिए इनको बनाया गया था ट्राइब्यूनल्स को, वो पर्पज़ ही डिफीट हो गया। इसको द कॉन्सेप्ट इज़ नोन एज ट्राइब्यूनलाइजेशन। ओके, ये आपने पॉलिटी की मेंस की क्लासेस में डील किया होगा। पावर्स क्या है, प्रोसीजरल फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, दे आर नॉट बाउंड बाय CPC, फॉलो नेचुरल जस्टिस, criminal procedure code or civil procedure code. This is what CPC stand for. Enforcement orders, they have the power of civil code decrees. Insolvency, they decide on IBC cases. Self review, they cannot modify their own orders. The appeal lied to National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, and then you can go to Supreme Court post that. The next topic is Press Council of India. Okay, so Here, the National Press Day is observed on November 16. The PCI chairman is appointed by a committee including Prime Minister, CGI, Lok Sabha Speaker, Rajya Sabha Chairperson, Lok Sabha Speaker and PCI member, President, Vice President, Home Minister and Law Minister. Okay. सी कभी भी ऐसे चेयरमैन चूज़ किए जाते हैं ना, तो सिंगल आर्म से नहीं चूज़ किए जाते जनरली. देर आर मल्टीपल आर्म्स रिप्रेजेंटिंग डिफरेंट सेक्शंस ऑफ द कंसर्न्ड अथॉरिटीज़. ओके, जैसे अभी होम मिनिस्टर और लॉ मिनिस्टर हो गए, दोनों यूनियन मिनिस्टर हो गए, तो दोनों काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर से या कैबिनेट से हो गए, ये नहीं होंगे. ठीक है, तो दिस कैन नॉट बी द राइट आंसर. देन अगेन प्रेसिडेंट एंड वाइस प्रेसिडेंट डजंट मेक एनी सेंस बिकॉज दे डोंट हैव autonomy to make any decision, so this cannot be the correct answer also. Then comes in PM, CGI and Lok Sabha speaker. This is now diverse. एक आपका सुप्रीम कोर्ट से आपने लिया है, एक जुडिशियल वाला बंदा है, एक आपका स्पीकर है, स्पीकर इज जनरली न्यूट्रल, देन यू हैव वन एग्जीक्यूटिव. सो दिस इज अगेन अ डाइवर्स सेक्शन. द B says Rajya Sabha chairperson, Lok Sabha speaker and PCI member. Okay, now who is Rajya Sabha chairperson? He is the vice president. So one is your vice president, then is your Lok Sabha speaker, then is your PCI member. The correct answer here is B. Okay, so third question is PCI decisions are appealable in High Court, final and unchangeable, reviewed by Supreme Court, subject to government veto. So here, to the surprise of everyone, the decisions of PCI are final and they are unchangeable. ठीक है, they are the final authority and they cannot be questioned in the court of law. Okay. The PCI was re-established in 1979 after being dissolved during emergency in 1975. Okay. Now some details with respect to Press Council of India. As we discussed, National Press Day is November 16. Significance is they celebrate free and responsible press in India. 2023 का theme था Changing Nature of Press, focus on digital media challenges. It's a statutory quasi-judicial body. See, statutory means it is formed under the Act of Parliament. This is known as statute. That is why the body formed under a statute is known as statutory body. Okay. Quasi-judicial because it deals with the cases. It passes the judgment on the cases that are coming to PCI, and the decision that it is giving is final. Because it is playing the role of judiciary to an extent, that is why it is a quasi-judicial body. All right. Established in 1966 under PC Act 1965, based on First Press Commission 1954. It was dissolved in 1975 and then reformed in 1979 under the New Press Council Act 1978. Why during the emergency? Because emergency के अंदर you take away the liberty where press is celebrating free and responsible press, upholds press freedom. लेकिन अगर emergency है तो press freedom is the first thing to take away, because then your freedom of speech and expression has been taken away, and that also includes freedom of press underneath. Okay, that is why during emergency it was dissolved and then reformed in 1979. Composition is chairman, retired Supreme Court judge, selected by Rajya Sabha chairperson, Lok Sabha speaker, and your PC members. 28 members, generalist, editors, media owners, MPs and academicians. Tenure is for 3 years. Key function, regulatory function, ensure press freedom and journalistic ethics, investigates complaint, quasi-judicial, summons witnesses, demand documents, can warn, censor journalists and media houses. Advisory, नेचर में क्या है, recommend press related policies to government. It is final authority for the decisions that has brought in its purview. Limitation, it doesn't have penalizing power. ठीक है. Now, if you know, there is International Court of Justice. Okay. ICJ का जो verdict है, that is final, but it doesn't have penalizing powers. So जो चाइना का कन्फ्लिक्ट था, जिसके अगेंस्ट, चाइना के अगेंस्ट वर्डिक्ट आया था आईसीजे से, वहाँ पे the verdict was against China, but China didn't change any of its policies with respect to South China Sea, and thus ICJ could not do anything because it didn't had any penalizing powers. If they would have any penalizing power, they would have been in a place of judicial body. Here, PCI does not have penalizing power. That is why it is quasi judicial body. It cannot penalize. The verdict is final. It has to be followed, but it has to be a voluntary acceptance. Okay, so it cannot, like, you cannot breach it, but at the same time, if you do, there is no punishment as such. Then you have to move to courts to get some penal actions done. Okay. Next topic here is, uh, so there was a case in news in which Supreme Court has upheld the entry of socialist and secular terms in preamble. So basically a case came to the Supreme Court in which the appellant said कि because आपने एक्सेप्ट किया है और डेट प्रियम्बल के अंदर 26 नवंबर की है, ठीक है, तो उसके बाद जो भी एंट्री टर्म्स की गई है वो इनवैलिड है, वो नहीं होनी चाहिए. ओके. तो बाद में जो वर्ड्स डाले गए थे वो सोशलिस्ट और सेक्युलर डाले गए थे प्रियम्बल में अलॉन्ग विद टू अदर वर्ड्स, बट बेसिकली तो ये था. दिस वॉज द पिटिशन फाइल्ड इन द सुप्रीम कोर्ट, बट सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज सेल्ड नो, डिस्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट कि वो डेट थी, the entry of these terms is valid and it is not questionable in the eyes of law. Okay. Now look into the very first question, which is the word socialist and secular were added to preamble via 44th amendment, 42nd amendment, 1st amendment, 86th amendment. The correct answer here is 42nd amendment. Which article empower parliament to amend the preamble? It is article 368. See, Article 368 deals with constitutional amendment. Any other change in constitution which is not done under Article 368 is not referred to as constitutional amendment. Okay. It is altogether a very important article for preliminary examination as well, and for your understanding of how constitution works. It is a very important article. Okay. And it deals with the procedure to amend the constitution. The act defined secularism as, the Supreme Court defined secularism as the state sponsorship of all religion, state neutrality in religious matters, ban on religious practices, mandatory uniform civil code. See, Indian secularism is state neutrality in all religious matter. Although it is not a watertight compartment, Indian secularism is an active secularism where state interfere in religion and interfere without any bias. Equal interference in terms of promoting religion, in the sense of helping religious functions to take place, temples, construction of temples like Ayodhya was built. So these are all equally there when it comes to secularism in India. Whereas if you see Western secularism, that is a passive secularism, where there is a watertight compartment between the state and secularism. That means the state does not interfere in any sort of religious matter. Whatever religious things are happening, they are happening on their own. State have no role to play in it. They just have to abide the rules of the state. Okay. The state does not help or anything. Background of case, as we have discussed, The Supreme Court has dismissed petitions upholding the amendment validity. What Supreme Court says is that Constitution is a living document. Amendment reflect evolving societal values. Preamble original date does not restrict Parliament amendment power. Okay. These are the observation of Supreme Court. So this can itself come in a question in prelims. Okay. In the next is Parliament's authority. Article 368, it empowers amendment, including the preamble. Only basic structure doctrine limit the power of the Parliament to amend the Constitution. That means any amendment should not go against the basic structure doctrine. Okay. Now definitions has been clarified. Secularism means state neutrality in religion and there is no official religion. It is backed by Article 14 to 16 equality plus 25 to 30 religious freedom, freedom to religion. Socialism means economic justice and not state monopoly, that is compatible with 19(1)(g), which is right to do business. Significance of the ruling, it reinforced basic structure doctrine, ends debate on retrospective effect of preamble amendment, and they affirm dynamic constitutional interpretation. So what you have to remember, this is very important. This is very important. These two areas from this section are extremely important. Okay. Next is Constitutional Day, Samvidhan Divas. Constitutional Day commemorates on uh, enforcement of Constitution, adoption of Constitution, first amendment to the Constitution, and birth of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It is between these two, enforcement, adoption, and the correct answer is adoption here. Who was the calligrapher of the English version of the Constitution? It is Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada. The artistic illustration in the Constitution were done by Shanti Niketan artists under Nand Lal Bose. Indian Constitution is inspired by directive principles from Ireland. Some basics with respect to Constitutional Day. Date 26 November, the day of adoption of the Indian Constitution. Okay. Enforcement, it came into effect in 26 January, and that is why we celebrate Republic Day. Instituted in 2015 to honor Dr. B.R. Ambedkar 125th birth anniversary. Okay. Key figures in Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was the chairman of drafting committee. He is known as father of Indian Constitution. Prem Bihari and Narayan Raizada handwrote the Constitution in English. Vasant Krishna Vaidya, Hindi version calligrapher. Nandlal Bose and Shanti Niketan artists, they designed 22 illustrations. Unique features क्या हैं? Longest written, handwritten and artistic. Original copies preserved in helium file cases in preamble library. It's blend of global influences. USA से हमने fundamental rights judicial review लिया. UK से parliamentary system rule of law. Ireland से DPSPs. Significance of Constitution Day, it promotes constitutional awareness and honors Ambedkar legacy. Okay. Now the key thing is UNESCO has included Constitution in memory of Register of the World Register in 2023. So this was about your